New nuclear first strike option now on table for Trump. American plans for nuclear first strikes were once reserved for use in only dire circumstances, like an overwhelming conventional attack on mainland America or a particularly heinous state-sponsored act of terrorism. With the world we live in, wars are now fought beyond the traditional air, land, and sea. This is what the Pentagon took into consideration when presenting President Donald Trump with an updated nuclear strategy. Trump now has the option to approve a Pentagon draft authorizing the use of nuclear first strikes in the wake of cyber attacks, Newsmax reported Thursday, citing the New York Times and the Huffington Post. This will allow the United States to deliver a game-changing response if sufficiently provoked. The cyber attacks mentioned in the draft are not the simple email hacks and credit card thefts that make the news, but full-blown attacks on our infrastructure. Power grids, hydroelectric dams, hospitals, and military bases are now all connected to the internet and more vulnerable than ever. A blackout may not seem deadly, but experts have projected up to a 90% fatality rate if the country's entire power grid is ever fried. This is a shift in policy that allows the United States of America to fully embrace its own defense. The U.S., if Trump approves the draft, will now be able to deter cyber attacks on the nation and people simply through fear of what would happen to anyone caught. A large part of what the draft relies on is U.S. production of smaller, tactical nuclear weapons. These don't have the same destructive potential as warheads atop intercontinental ballistic missiles, but can still deliver a devastating blast to a concentrated area. The idea of tactical nukes was first realized with the creation of the Davy Crockett weapon system in the 1950s. This weapon would allow units to employ small, contained nuclear explosions without the need for a central command. Each shell was predicted to deliver the same firepower as 50 salvos from a traditional supporting artillery park, an option that may not be available due to weather, terrain, range, or priority. Tactical nuclear weapons have come a long way since the Davy Crockett. The U.S. now has an arsenal of roughly 500 B-61 gravity bombs, capable of being delivered by F-15s and F-16s. In a conventional war, this shift in strategy allows for greater operational capacity without the need for a central command. Outside of a war, it allows us to deter any cowardly cyber attacks against the United States. What do you think of the newly proposed rules on nukes? Share this story on Facebook and Twitter and let us know.